They were too resolute today, and it's just, again, you know, the manager can't do any more with what he's got, I don't believe.
The gap's 8. They've both got 36 points to play for. Can you still win it from here?
You have to have that intention. You know, I'm sure that Liverpool will be thinking with 8 points clear, we're going to go and see this off, but you have to believe that you can do it, otherwise, what are you playing for?
And indeed, Liverpool fans will like that sight as well. 12 games for Liverpool and Arsenal to play each. 36 points to play for, and 8 points the difference. And Liverpool, of course, are at the Etihad to face Manchester City tomorrow, which, of course, we will bring you on Matchday Live. But you said earlier, Wrighty, you weren't feeling it. They only had 2 efforts on target in the whole game today, Arsenal.
Yeah, it was always going to be a tough one with the forwards missing. You know, where you're hanging in there, whether it's going to be set pieces, whether it's you need something to happen special from somebody. Ethan, you saw. Thought Scarles had a really good game against him today. He came off today. You know, not enough creativity. You know, we didn't do enough. I thought West Ham, you have to give them credit for the defending they done, but you just felt like as the game was going for me, Steve, I just felt like more and more I can't see where we're going to get the goal from. You saw at the end there, trying to lump it in with crosses, and you got Mavropanos, you got Kilman, you got big guys in there, Souček clearing it. It seemed like we completely run out of ideas in this moment.
Yeah, and as Wrighty said, that you could feel the anxiety in the stadium, the supporters. They knew the enormity of today.
You could, and look, West Ham didn't come there to entertain. They sat in, they got something on the break. I thought Arsenal was a little bit impatient. When there's so many bodies in the middle of the goal, you need to get down the end line, get crosses in so that they have to head it out for corners and give away set pieces. What Arsenal did was they came back in the field, they hit in-swingers, and the West Ham defenders were just allowed to edge players out, and therefore they couldn't really get to their set pieces, which are their strength.
Is that understandable, given the stage of the season we're at, given the injuries, given that Liverpool are playing tomorrow and they had the opportunity to reduce it to 5?
You could say that, but you know, you're going for a title. Liverpool have stumbled in the last few weeks or couple of weeks, and all of a sudden, I know you've got injuries, but you're at home. You know, you've still got a good team out there. You know, you recognise every single one of those Arsenal players when the team sheets come in. You'd still think they would find a way of beating West Ham, but really, truthfully, goalkeeper hardly got work today. You know, it wasn't as if Arsenal missed loads of chances and deserved to win. I think we could still be playing now and Arsenal wouldn't have scored. So, yeah, disappointing for the Arsenal fans. And now they're going to have to ask for a lot of help from other teams.
I think you look at Liverpool as well. People saying about Arsenal having to win this to keep the pressure on Liverpool winning games and keeping pressure on an Arsenal team who haven't got the firepower to try and stay with them. Because look at that game today, guys. If they scored 2 West Ham, you think, where are we going to get 3 goals from? So those are the things that you're thinking about going into it. That's why probably I was a little bit down today, because I'm thinking, where's it going to come from if we go behind?
Yeah.
And it's exactly what's happening.
That's a good point. I mean, they've stumbled a little bit in drawing games, but as we stand here now, Liverpool have still only lost 1 of 26 Premier League games. Yeah. That's the standard.
Oh, absolutely. They've been absolutely brilliant this season. No one can deny that Liverpool, you know, deserve to be at the top of the table. However, we're looking, you know, at the running and thinking, can Arsenal do it? Now, I mean, you do the maths. Liverpool have got to get 29 points out of 36. It's not a banker still. It's not a banker. 29 out of 36 is some go.
That's assuming Arsenal win everything.
But that's assuming Arsenal win it. And that's probably the hard thing, because, you know, as Wrighty said, they're struggling for firepower. But they've got to aim to do that now, because anything less than that, you'd think Liverpool will do it.
And you were disappointed with the goal conceded today, because it was actually Arsenal had it on the edge of West Ham's penalty area.
Again, we were going for it. It was pushing hard, and you look where we are on the edge of the box. You see, Bowen's the one who started it, and I think that you've got to watch him. You've got to keep your eye on Bowen. I think that right there you could see midfielders. There he is. He's looking behind him there, Declan. You can see him. Now he's either got to pass him on or someone's got to stay with him. You have to give the cross a lot of credit. It's a great cross into a very dangerous area. It looks like it's coming pretty low for me, guys. I don't know what you think, but at the same time, Declan and I think Gabriel Magalhaes at the front, it feels like it's not a high one that they can't reach. It looks like, you know, both of them are not off the ground trying to get it. You look at Gabriel, it's almost like he bends down. Look, I'm thinking, can you go on ahead? I don't know what's happened there. But again, Wan-Bissaka's taken that a long way with Calafiori to get that crossing. And, you know, Bowen's gone in there unchallenged, and you get punished. You get punished.
Has Wrighty got a point there?
Yeah, well, Declan Rice tracks the run. He checks his shoulder a bunch. He knows he's there. in the end, I do think Gabriel, for not having any players really in and around him, gets himself too far outside of that near post. But Declan Rice, as Michael said at halftime, he's afraid here.
Own goal?
Yeah, he's afraid to get an own goal once he doesn't really quite square his shoulders up. And in the end, still a really good ball in from Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe Gabriel should have taken Rice as they're running into the box. When you look at it, it's only 2 against 5, and there's a couple of runners coming in behind for West Ham. And I actually think to myself, hang on, Declan should be passing him on straight away and just stopping. But because the danger ball, in many ways, was the cutback there. And because Declan had gone in with them, there was almost 2v1, and there was a danger of a cutback. So possibly there could have been a bit more communication early on. But once the cross came in, I agree with the guys. Both players, possibly, arguably, could have got their head on the ball. Gabriel does duck a little bit. Declan Rice is scared of heading it towards his own goal. And all of a sudden, both of them miss it, and Jarrod Bowen scores.
Now, we ended our first main game with a lot of VAR discussion. In terms of Miles Lewis-Skelly, is this good VAR use? Yellow on field, and then have a look at this. You might want to change it.
Yeah, I mean, you think, it's denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. He gets himself in a bit of a bother here. That first touch, and then at this point, you can see going back to his own goal there, but he pulls him down. The goalkeeper is advanced, and I think that's what happened. If the goalkeeper is in his own box, there's still a defender who's got 50 yards to try and catch him. You might not get that, but in terms of the on-field decision, I think he's probably thinking, yeah, it is yellow. And then when you go back and look at the proximity of defenders and where the goalkeeper is, it is denial of a goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. The process is good. It's the referee's decision at the end of the day, but the VAR were right to say, hang on a minute, just go and check it again. He has checked it again, changed the colour of his card. And I agree. I mean, in many ways, he had an open goal to aim at. Yes, he's 50 yards away from the goal, but the goalkeeper's 30, 35 yards out himself. So it is the denial of a goal scoring opportunity, and I therefore think it was the right decision to have a red.
You can't argue with that. I think the way that where Arsenal were playing in that particular moment, that's got to be quicker. It's got to be bam into him. He's got to turn quick. He's either got to give it to Trossard. He's got to put it back in there very quickly. You look at it when the ball comes to him here. His first initial reaction before that was, can I give it to Trossard? Then he turned, but then you have to give credit to the forward, kudos, because he's reading it properly. And look, he's in. He's in. And that, again, is what Miles Lewis-Skelly will learn, is that the level of the players and what they're waiting for and the opportunities that they're waiting for, because you've got Kudos and you've got Bowen, and they're just chasing all day. So these are the opportunities that they're sniffing out, and he sniffed that one out, and unfortunately Miles got caught on it.
Subscribe to my channel for more videos. Drop a like and share.